Hi, my name's Matt Mowers. I'm running for Congress here in the 1st District in New Hampshire. And like a lot of you, I grew up in a middle-class family. My dad was a construction worker, and in fact was actually a diver on the construction of the Seabrook power plant back in the day. My mom was a bartender for a number of years, until she then just picked up some odd jobs along the way too. It was that middle-class upbringing, seeing my dad leave the house at 4 a.m. to go to work each day, seeing him come back at the end of a long day on a job site, that informs how I value public service. And also reminds me of who I'm going to fight for every single day when I'm down in Washington, D.C. We need a champion for New Hampshire's middle-class families. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, Chris Pappas said he would be different and said he would be an independent voice. He hasn't been. Since the moment he's gone down to Washington, D.C., he's voted with Nancy Pelosi 100% of the time, even when it means leaving New Hampshire's middle class behind. Right now, he's the sponsor of a bill that would increase the payroll tax by 20% on middle-income families. He also supports repealing tax cuts that would result in the largest tax hike in American history. This is a time during this pandemic when a lot of us are hurting, whether it's those who've been infected by the virus directly or those who are trying to get their businesses or their jobs back. We can't afford a tax hike right now. I'm also a strong supporter of law enforcement, and I've been endorsed by both the Patrolmen's and the Supervisors Association here in Manchester. The reason they've endorsed my campaign, despite supporting Chris Pappas 2 years ago, is they know I'll stand shoulder to shoulder with them to give them the tools necessary to keep our communities safe, not undermine them the way Congressman Pappas has. You know, my background, I've actually worked in global health. I've taken on a pandemic by working with folks like Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx when we took on our global HIV epidemic. I've seen how it's possible to get to the other side of these epidemics by working with the private sector. We need to ramp up testing and diagnostics. We need to continue to invest in a safe and reliable and effective vaccine. And then we also need to make sure that we're bringing core supply chain manufacturing back here to the United States and away from China. If we do that, that's going to ensure not only that we have the best interest of expanding manufacturing here in the United States, but we're also protecting our national security interests. So November 3rd, I ask for your vote and I ask for your trust. I look forward to working for you, the middle class, and New Hampshire, not just party leadership down in Washington, D.C. I look forward, instead of playing blame and obfuscating the facts down in D.C. the way our members of Congress are doing right now, to actually delivering for the people again. We need to get to work. There's a lot of work to be done, but we can get it done if we work together. So I'm Matt Mowers. I ask for your vote. I look forward to seeing you soon.